Alright, so I'm going to talk about Multiversity #1. This is the first issue of the incredibly long time coming project from Grant Morrison. Like, he started talking about it in 2002, I think? Early 2000s, at least. And it just came out 2 weeks ago. It's something I've been waiting for a long time. Because Grant Morrison is one of my favorite writers, despite the fact that he is the single most batshit crazy writer in all of comic books, bar none. Can you think of a crazier writer than him? Hickman's pretty crazy. Hickman might be the next one, but Morrison, I'd put my money on Morrison when it comes to the crazy juice. What the fuck's crazy juice? Anyway, Grant Morrison's books are always either A, too smart for you to understand, B, too crazy for you to understand, or C, all of the above. C is the one I usually go for. I'm just sitting there trying to read a Grant Morrison book and just being like, ugh, I don't understand. Why? Why, Grant? Why is there a giant cartoon bunny in this? It's a dumb question. Never question the presence of a giant cartoon bunny, because if you're reading something, watching something with a giant cartoon bunny in it, you know it's good. It's the mark of quality. Giant bunnies. Alright, so in case you can't tell, this is a really weird book. It starts off with this kid who's in his apartment typing on his computer about Multiversity, about like this weird comic book that DC's putting out. It's very meta, very Grant Morrison. This is the first time the concept of a malevolent comic book is brought up. The evil comic book. This, I think, is going to be a major theme of the series. The fact that not literature itself, but specific literature can be malevolent. That specific literature can be benevolent. It's very Grant Morrison, the idea that the literature itself has some kind of moral standing. Because when he's talking about the evil comic book, it's not talking about like a book within the book being evil. It's not like the characters are like, this book is evil. It's like, this book is evil. This one that's right next to me right now is malevolent. It makes it hard to sleep at night with this in my room, right next to me. I don't sleep in my comic books, though, if that's what you're thinking. Anyway, the person who's talking about comic books on the internet is Nix Uotan, who is the final monitor. I haven't read Infinite Crisis, so I'm not sure who this Nix Uotan character is. But he seems to be the final monitor, which is a group of cats who kind of like monitor the Earths and make sure shit doesn't go down. He's the last one. So as he's talking about this comic book on the internet, his pirate monkey, he also has a pirate monkey apparently. His pirate monkey comes in and tells him like, shit's going down on Earth, I think like 8. And then Nix Wotan's like, okay. They jump into their spaceship, dimensional ship, and they travel to Earth 8. They get there and they discover that the Gentry is fucking shit up. The Gentry being this cabal of like eldritch nightmare creatures. There's like a giant eye, a creepy old lady. There's just a, it looks like bubblegum, like a pink monster. The coolest one is like a sentient building that just laughs. All of them are talking and the building is just laughing. It's just ha ha ha. In case you don't know what laughing is. Those guys are really weird. I don't think they're going to end up being the actual antagonists of the series. I think Grant wouldn't tip his hand that early. And so Nix Wotan gets to this Earth where the Gentry are fucking it up. He finds the last living member of that Earth is the Thunderer, who's like an Aborigine Thor. He has like a big lightning axe. So Nix Wotan goes up to him. He's like, get back to the ship and get out of here. I'll take care of these guys. And Thunderer's like, okay, peace out. And then he jumps in the ship and flies away. Things don't wind up well for Nix. He gets his ass thoroughly handed to him pretty fast. But luckily Thunderer got away, and he hit the emergency button, and it started plucking random people from different Earths. I don't know if these people were chosen specifically for whatever reason, or they were just in the right place at the right time. I'm sure we'll find that out eventually. Maybe. It's Grant Morrison, who knows. But among the people who were plucked from Earths to get sucked up into the multidimensional ship is the main character, at least for this issue, is Calvin Ellis. He's Superman of Earth 23. He's Superman, he's black, and he's President of the United States. and every single person has to drop what they're doing and tell him how he's the most incredible human being who ever lived. Subtle. I like it. I like it. I'm being a dick. I do like Calvin Ellis. I think he's kind of a cool character. He was introduced in Infinite Crisis. He showed up in Action Comics. He's a pretty funny guy. The best thing about him showing up in Action Comics is that he's black, but Lex Luthor is still white, so everyone just thinks Lex is racist, and he's like, I'm not racist! I just hate Superman. It's like, get out of here, you crazy skinhead. And he's like, damn it, I'm not racist, I hate Superman. Very funny, I think. There's other people. There's Aquawoman, who is the gender-reversed Aquaman. Just Aquaman as a woman. I like Aquaman, so I'm down with her. She's pretty cool. There's this nerdy Flash. I think he's going to be important because he's a nerd. And he knows comic books. And I should mention, an interesting idea that's brought up in the series is the idea that comic books are like... He equates it to like messages in bottles. You throw them out into the multiverse. One universe's fiction is another universe's reality. So it's like it's so you can keep an eye on other universes by reading comic books, which is kind of cool. It kind of sucks for the assholes that get our universe as their fiction, though, because Did you read John Collins' number 70? Yeah, he played Frisbee. Not as good as John Collins' 69. That was a good issue. So, the Nerdy Flash, she has a different name. It's like Red Dart or something. Nerdy Flash is cool. Dino Cop, who is clearly supposed to be Savage Dragon, who's an Image character. It's very refreshing to see a character who's not DC or Marvel in this. Just an Image character showing up. Maybe Hellboy will... I doubt it, but maybe Hellboy will show up. That'd be awesome. And so Thunder collects all these people onto this spaceship, multi-dimensional ship, and it's like, we gotta go back to my Earth and help Nyx, Wotan, who I mentioned before. And it's Pirate Monkey. Didn't forget about him, did you? How could you? And because the Earths vibrate at different frequencies, the way to travel between Earths is to play this giant stringed instrument, and that will cause your ship to vibrate at a frequency that matches another universe, and that will like transport you to it. So Calvin Ellis, being the soul brother that he is, starts breaking out some freeform jazz on the giant guitar, and he travels through multiverse with jazz, which is... I cannot think of a better use for jazz. Can you? He's good, but he's not that good, because they get to the Earth right next to Thunderer's Earth, and which happens to be the Marvel Universe. Not the real Marvel Universe. It's the, the names have been changed to protect the innocent Marvel Universe. So they have, like, the Revengers instead of the Avengers, that kind of thing. American Crew USAter, who is American spelled normally, CR spelled normally, and then USA in giant letters, red, white, and blue letters, and then DER. So it's American Crew USAter. Leading the Revengers, and there's the Behemoth, which is a giant Hulk baby in a diaper. So they get there, take some pot shots at Marvel, and then something bad happens, and that's the end of the issue. I'm not going to say what bad happens because I don't want to spoil anything, but it's really just all set up. This issue, the thing about the Multiversity series is that aside from the first issue and the last issue, each individual issue is going to be a self-contained story set on one Earth. Each Earth has a different set of rules and a different theme, so there's going to be not a Watchmen Earth exactly, but a Watchmen-style Earth, and there's going to be not an All-Star Superman Earth, but there's going to be like a Captain Marvel Ultimate, not Ultimate, All-Star. Not a Superman All-Star Earth, but a Captain Marvel All-Star Earth, essentially. That's the stuff I'm really looking forward to. This issue and the last issue are going to be like the bookends that kind of bring it all together, which is interesting, which is important, but not as fun, in my opinion, as just all these little multiple Earths and reading about them. So it's essentially exposition. It's exposition by Grant Morrison, which means it raises more questions than it answers, but it's still just exposition. It's fun exposition, but do I need to say it again? It's exposition. So I would recommend this, if only to set up the next couple of issues, which are going to be, I think, really good. What's going to be? Everyone say hi to my brother. And there's little baby me. That's my brother and my little baby me. The next issue, which is going to be the Society of Superheroes. Pretty awesome. It's going to be a pulp fiction, two-fisted heroes, Doc Fate, which is Dr. Fate combined with Doc Savage. Good stuff. I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of the series. It might read better in trade, but I can't wait. So I'm looking forward to reading the rest of it, and I hope you guys are as well. Thanks for watching.